Perfect. So I said to you in the previous class that graph is really important. Okay, graph is also important, and we will be discussing about the graph of trigonometric function. Okay, we have already discussed the concept of unit circle, and with the help of unit circle we have understood with the help of this unit circle we have understood the concept of sine theta and cos theta. Okay, so if we will take the unit circle again, value, here we realize that there is a point P whose coordinate is a comma b, which is nothing but cos x comma sin x, where x is the this angle. The P is making an angle with this x-axis. That's x. Okay, and accordingly x is getting changed. And we have also discussed the table. Sin x, cos x. We realize that at 0, when the angle is 0, okay, we know this angle also. When the angle is 0, sin theta is 0, cos theta is 1. Okay, when the angle is pi by 2, first after 0 we'll be taking pi by 6. Okay, 30 degree. So at pi by 6 we already know the angle. However, at first here, just a second. If we will focus on pi by 2, so at pi by 2, the coordinate is cos pi by 2, sin pi by 2. And here the coordinate in this unit circle was x is 0, y is 1. Okay, so cos pi by 2 0, sin pi by 2 1. We already knew that. Then what about pi? Cos pi, sin pi. Here coordinate was in this unit circle. Here x is negative 1 and y is 0. So cos pi, I am writing over cos 0, cos 0 1, sin 0 is 0. Okay, not in degree, in terms of radian we are talking about the angle. Cos pi by 2 is 0, sin pi by 2 it's 1, cos pi it's negative 1, and sin pi it's 0. Here the coordinate was x is 0, y is minus 1, and again we'll be taking cos 3 pi by 2, sin 3 pi by 2. So cos 3 pi by 2 is 0, sin 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. Okay, and again at 2 pi, cos 2 pi, here the coordinate was 1 comma 0, cos 2 pi is 1, sin 2 pi is 0. This much discussion we have already done. Yes or no? Yes or no? Alina, Alina.
Yes.
Now let's make the graph of sine theta. Abdul, 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 your class is over, right? Yes, yes, Abdul. Let's continue. Sine theta graph f of x is equals to sine theta. That graph we are going to draw. Okay, this is x-axis, this is y-axis. Now sine 0, at 0, sine 0 is 0. Okay, pi by 2, at pi by 2 sine value is 1. So somewhere here, at 0 it is 0. So 0 0 is the first coordinate. Sine pi by 2, when at the place of see y is equals to sine x. Suppose this one's graph we are drawing it. Suppose pi is equals to sine x graph we are drawing it. So sine pi by 2 value, can you see here? Sine pi by 2 value is 1. That means x is pi by 2 and y is 1. Are you getting it? Ali and Alina.
Yes, ma'am.
Similarly, next point is sine pi is 0. That means x is pi and y is 0. X is pi and their y value is 0. That means this is the point. This is the point. All the green dot you have to focus on. Okay, the first coordinate 0 comma 0. Next one is pi by 2 comma 1. Next one is pi comma 0. Okay, next one, when x is sine 3 pi by 2 we are having. When x is 3 pi by 2, y is minus 1. When x is 3 pi by 2, y is negative 1. So somewhere here we are having the point. Yes or no? Ali and Alina. Is it clear so far? Is it clear so far? Ali, is it
Yes, ma'am.
clear so far?
Yes, ma'am.
When x is now sine 2 pi is 0. When x is 2 pi, y is 0. Let's join all the green point. Can you see the graph of sine? Can you see the graph of sine function? Similarly, exactly the same thing we'll be having on the other side also. Why? Why? Because if you will be taking x as a minus pi by 2, let's see what is y. When you will be taking x as a minus pi by 2, that means sine minus pi by 2. Okay, that means minus sine pi by 2, and sine pi by 2 value is 1. So we'll be getting minus sign already here. Sine pi by 2 value is 1. So here can you see we are getting minus 1 as a result. Can you see? At when x is minus pi by 2, the result is minus 1. Can you see it? Can you see it? When x is minus pi, then the result will be, yes, who will say quickly, directly, without even showing this much of steps? Sine minus pi is, sine pi value I have written over here. Sine minus pi will be, sine minus pi will be,
I'm 0 only.
0 only. Are you getting it, Ali?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
getting it? Okay. Sine minus 3 pi by 2 will be, Alina? And yeah, Ali also.
Ma'am,
Ali?
1. 1.
1. And sine minus 2 pi will be, sine minus 2 pi will be 0. Let's complete the graph. Can you see this graph? Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so this is how we will be having. It will continue. It will continue. This much portion of graph you can see over here. It will just keep on continuing like this. Why? Because in unit circle we realize that circle, 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 circle. So many revolution we can create over there, and it can keep on going. Right? Right? Now from here, if we have to say it's a trigonometric function. Why function? In class 10 it was trigonometric ratio. So how it became all of sudden function? Because it is qualifying the criteria of function. What was the criteria of function? What was the criteria of function? If we are having a mapping diagram like this, the criteria of function is, suppose here 1 2 3 we are having, here a b c we are having. Now if I will draw like this, one is going to a, one is going to b, 2 is going to c, okay, and 3 is not. Is it a function? Is it a function? Ali and Alina, is it a function?
No, ma'am.
No.
It's not a function. One input will not give two different outputs. However, the scenario can be like this. One is going to A and two is also going to A. This is a function. Okay, and this is not a function. Now, is the sign, the ratio, trigonometric ratio, is it qualifying the criteria of the function? Why we are going to call it function? Let's check it. Is it qualifying? Is it qualifying? When we are having x as a pi, okay, then if y is equals to sine x is there, then y value is, what is y value? When you are taking x as a pi, y is coming out as a 0, right? When you are taking x as a 2 pi, then also y is coming out as a 0. Yes or no? So two different input is giving the same output. Is that applicable? Is that possible for a function? Two different input is giving the same output. Is that applicable?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. It is qualifying the criteria of function. If you will check, never ever it is like behaving like the other part which we said it's not a function. One input. We cannot say sine 30 degrees, sine 30 degrees 1 by 2 also, or maybe 1 by root 2 also. We will never ever say like that, right? Right? There is a specific one and only one value we are having, right? For a particular angle. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
And hence it became a function. The way this sine became function, similarly cosine, tan, secant, cosecant, cotangent, all the other trigonometric ratio has taken became function, trigonometric function, because it is qualifying the criteria of function. Sin theta's graph is clear to you? Both? Is it clear? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me show you the graph. Just a second. And yeah, one more thing over here, that period of sine consists of 2 pi. Okay, one cycle's length. This is the one cycle. And after that, this again the same cycle. After this, again the same cycle. After that, again the same cycle will keep on repeating itself. So this is the one cycle. Again and again we will be getting the cycle like this only. Like this. This is the one cycle. And the length of this cycle is 2 pi. Can you see? It is from 0 to 2 pi. Can you see it? Ali and Alina. So whenever the question is, what is the period, okay, of sine function? What is the length of one cycle? That is 2 pi radian. Getting it? Getting it, Ali and Alina?
Yes.
Now, since it's a function, let's talk about the domain and range of this function. Domain and range. So who will say what is the domain? Domain. What are the possible x values? What are the possible x values? What are the possible x values? Who will say? Ali and Alina. Domain is all. Domain is. Can you see at every input it is giving output? Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
The domain is any x we are taking and it is giving the output. Domain is, see, pi by 2 means what? It's an angle. Okay, it's an angle. Why we are writing angle on the x-axis? Why not we are writing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4? Yes, it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 only. See, pi means what? 22 by 7, 3.14. If you will convert it, you will be getting a decimal number. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now tell me, domain is all real number? All real number. Can you see all the x value is giving the output and this cycle will keep on continuing? That's what I am saying also. It will just keep on continuing. So that means, can we say that domain is all real number? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we can say that. And what is the range? What is the possible y value?
Ma'am, range is also R.
Is it r? Check it. ग्राफ सबसे ऊपर कहां तक जा रहा है 1 तक, और सबसे नीचे कहां तक जा रहा है -1 तक. उससे नीचे तो ग्राफ जाएगा ही नहीं, है कि नहीं? ध्यान से देखो, ये
Yes,
जो
ma'am.
साइनोसॉइडल ग्राफ है वो हाईएस्ट पीक कहां तक जा रहा है? ये जो ग्राफ साइनोसॉइडल ग्राफ हमें मिला है, ये सबसे ऊपर और सबसे नीचे कहां तक जा रहा है? तो ये जो मेंटेन कर रहा है, जो कि सारे सेम होंगे, ये 1 तक जा रहा है, और सबसे सबसे नीचे द मिनिमम इट्स मेंटेनिंग -1, इसी के बीच में y वैल्यू है, ध्यान से देखो, इसी के बीच में सारे y वैल्यू मिल रहे हैं, इससे ऊपर का y वैल्यू तो मिलना ही नहीं है, हाँ या ना? कैन वी से क्लोज इंटरवल -1 से 1 के बीच में ही y का वैल्यू रहना है, हाँ या ना? देखो Ali, are you getting Ali? Are you getting
Yes, ma'am.
y or the range of this function will be lying in between -1 to 1, close interval. It can be -1, it can be +1, or anything in between. If you will take the calculator and if you will calculate this value 1 by √2, which sine gives for a certain angle, √3 by 2, which sine gives for a certain angle, you will find such a decimal number which is lying in this range. Am I making sense to both of you?
Yes, ma'am.
तो आज के बाद से ध्यान में रखिए, साइन फंक्शन, साइन इज अ फंक्शन because it is fulfilling the criteria of function. Graph we will be getting with the help of unit circle. Just we need to know what is sine pi, 2 pi, 3 pi by 2. Okay, and all this value we will just be locating, we will join them, we will get a graph of sine. Okay, graph and one period consists of 2 pi radian, and also what is the domain of sine function, what is the range. Domain means all, anything can be taken as a x, because the graph will keep on going like this, it will keep on going and keep on going and keep on going till infinity, and towards the left side till minus infinity, it will keep on moving like that. Okay, that's why x value we can take anything, anything means any real number. Y value, however, we can see the pattern of the graph, the maximum the wave is going up till y is equals to 1, and the minimum, the lowest the wave is going down till y is equals to -1. So -1 to 1, close interval, that is the range of the sine function. Clear? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we will be plotting graph of cosine function. But before that, cos 0 is not integer. Cos 0 is integer. Cos 0 is, please tell me quickly, cos 0 value is 1. Is it 1?
Yes,
Cos
ma'am.
pi by 2 is, cos pi by 2 is 0. Cos 90 डिग्री का वैल्यू 0 होता है या नहीं, हाँ या ना? Pi is, pi means in unit circle, here, here, here pi. Here the coordinate will be like x is -1, y is 0. Cos pi will be, cos pi will be, tell me, I'm not going to say.
-1.
Cos 3 pi by 2 means,
Zero.
cos 2 pi means,
1.
let's draw. Y is equals to cos x we are doing. When x is 0, then y is 1. When x is 0, then y is 1. That means 0, 1. 0, 1 is the first coordinate. Okay, this point we have 0, then y is 1. Now the next point, when x is pi by 2, then y is 0. Okay, when x is pi by 2, then y is 0. So this is the next point, right? Now when x is pi, then y is negative 1. Somewhere here. Yes or no? Ali and Alina. When x is 3 pi by 2, then y is 0. Okay? When x is 3 pi by 2, then y is 0. So somewhere here on the x-axis. Are you getting it, Ali and Alina? When x is 2 pi, then y is 1. Let's join all these dots. If you want me to change the color of dots, I will be changing. X is 0, y is 1. X is pi by 2, y is 0. X is pi, y is minus 1. X is 3 pi by 2, y is 0. X is 2 pi, y is 1. If we will join them, can you see the graph? Let's continue the same on the other side also, because we understand that cos pi minus pi by 2 value will be just like cos pi by 2. Yes or no? Yes or no? Ali and Alina, cos of minus theta is just cos theta, right? Right?
Yes.
So at pi by 2 the result is 0, at minus pi by 2 also the result will be 0. Okay, now when we will be having cos minus pi, the result will be same as cos pi, that is negative 1. Now when we will be having cos minus 3 pi by 2, the result will be same which the cos is giving as 3 pi by 2, that is 0, because cos of minus theta is just cos. Anywhere, if you are having any doubt, please let me know. If cos is minus 2 pi, it will generate the same result which it was generating when cos was 2 pi, that is 1. Let's try. Can you see the graph of cosine function? Now each cycle looks like this. Okay, this is each cycle. Cos each cycle looks like this. From 0, it will keep on continuing, go and this. Okay, this is the each cycle. It started from the highest point and ended at highest point. Okay, and again here also period will be, each cycle's length will be 2 pi radian. Check it. Now again the domain and range. Tell me, what is the domain for cosine function? Yes, domain for cosine function. Ali and Alina,
Yes, ma'am.
domain. What is the domain? It will keep on continuing. Again, I am telling you, this is just a portion of the graph. It will just keep on going like that. The wave will continue in both the direction. Now tell me, what is the domain?
R.
All real number, perfect. And what is the range over here?
1, comma, minus 1.
Negative 1 to 1. Okay, negative 1 to 1. Because at first we write the negative number, then we write the positive number, right? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So we are done with the graph domain range. It is crystal clear to both of you, right? Then only I'll proceed. Clear? So far, everything? Ali and
Yes, ma'am.
Alina. Now tan function. Tan is the combination of sine and cosine. And previously we were discussing, wherever this denominator is 0, that input first this tan function will not take. Wherever the denominator is 0, that input this tan function will not take. It will reject all those value wherever the denominator is 0. So denominator is 0, cos is 0. Let's see, cos is 0 at which point? No, it is 1. Cos is 0 at which point? Pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, 9 pi by 2, 11 pi by 2, minus pi by 2, minus 3 pi by 2. Cos will always be 0 at odd multiple of pi by 2. We have discussed that, right? Cos is always 0 at odd multiple of pi by 2. Okay, that means 2n plus 1 pi by 2, where n is any integer. You take any integer, 0, minus 1, minus 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you take. Okay, so cos is always 0 at odd multiple of pi by 2, and those are the point which tan will start rejecting. Tan will start rejecting. So here, if you will locate pi by 2, if you will locate pi, if you will locate here 3 pi by 2, if you will locate here 2 pi, similarly here if you will locate minus pi by 2, if you will again locate minus pi, minus 3 pi by 2, and minus 2 pi, tan will start rejecting the value at odd multiple of pi by 2. That means here tan is not defined. 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 These are the point where I have made a dotted line. Those are such a point where tan will not define. Tan is not defined. Okay, and the graph of tan hence will look like this. Just make a dotted line and then you will understand how the graph of tan will be. Okay, about like so much of detail and all we will not be talking, you will end up getting confused. So basically the places where tan is not defined, and then you can quick understand this is how the tan functions graph will be. Are you getting it, everyone? Ali and Alina, are you getting it?
Yes.
Okay. This is how the
Yes,
graph
ma'am.
will be. Okay, this is an increasing function. This is how the graph will be. here also one cycle's length will keep on continuing like this. Okay, this will just keep on going and keep on going and keep on going. Now here also we will be talking about the domain and range, but at first let's see the length of one cycle. Okay, so here it was origin. Okay, and here minus pi by 2 plus pi by 2. If we will see the length of one cycle, can you see length of one cycle? One period consists of minus pi by 2 से pi by 2 के बीच का डिस्टेंस निकालना है हमें. कैसे निकालें? कैसे निकालें? हमें पता है, we know that if we are having two numbers on the number line, let's say there is a number 7 and there is a number minus 3, and if we have to find the distance between that, we will not count. We will not count. There is a rule that right side number minus left side number. If you will do so, you will end up getting the total length. That means 7 minus the left side number, which is already negative, that we are writing in a bracket. 7 minus of minus 3 means 7 plus 3, that is 10. Total distance, total length will be 10 unit or 10 centimeter. If you are maintaining 1 centimeter, that is 0 to 1 centimeter, 1 to 2 1 centimeter, 2 to 3 1 centimeter. If you that accurately you have located the point, then it will come out as a 10 centimeter. Really, it will come out as a 10 centimeter. Let's check it. Let's check it. 6 to 7 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 4 5 6 7 8 9. Can you see? Can you see it? Can you see? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Can you see? So why are we just counting like this to negative number? Negative means what? There also we have maintained the distance of 1 centimeter. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no, Ali and Alina?
Yes.
Okay, so this rule we will be using over here. Let me give you one more example. If you are having 2 over here and if you are having 5 over here, distance between 2 and 5 will be the right side number minus the left side number, that is 3 units. And if you have maintained the centimeter, then you can say the distance is 3 centimeter, which is correct. 2 to 3 1 centimeter, 3 to 4 1 centimeter, 4 to 5 1 centimeter, all added together 3 centimeter. Yes or no? Yes or no? If you are getting it, then let's find the period. Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, we have to find the length. Okay, here we are having minus pi by 2, here we are having pi by 2, and one cycle of tan looks like, okay, it looks like, here we are having dotted line, here we are having dotted line, and it looks like this. It is going till infinity, towards infinity, minus infinity, and here towards positive infinity is 0. Okay, this is how the graph looks like, and we are finding the length from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So right side number minus left side. If that is negative, we need to take the sign along with the subtraction sign. So pi by 2 plus pi by 2, that is pi. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no, Ali and Alina? Are you getting, Alina?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you getting Ali?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we can say that the period of this tan function is pi. So from anywhere in your book, if you will read it, or in your school, if your teacher says that period for tan function is pi, we will not surprise from now, right? Why it is pi for tan and 2 pi for sine? We will not surprise, right? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's draw for chord function. Chord. Oh, domain and range. Domain and range for which is very important. Domain and range. Domain is, see, everywhere we will be drawing such figure. It will keep on just going and keep on going and keep on going and keep on going in both the directions. So domain is Ali and Alina. Domain is
And domain is off.
domain is all real number, but odd multiple of pi by 2 is not acceptable. Yes or no?
Mm,
So
Ma'am,
domain is what?
ranges are
Ranges are, we can see that in y-axis it is going till minus infinity downward direction and upward direction till infinity. So ranges are, but domain also we wanted to say all real number, but due to this cos in the denominator we are not able to say. We have to say let's exclude few like points where cos is 0. Okay, so domain is all real number minus odd multiple of pi by 2 where cos is 0, and range is minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, all real number also you can write. Let's quick cover now chord function. Chord means cos by sine. Now tell me where exactly sine is 0. Tell me, check it, the graph of sine. Where exactly the sine is 0? Where exactly the sine is 0? Where exactly the sine's output is 0? Check it.
odd numbers.
Odd number pi, 2 pi. There also minus pi to minus 2 pi. Is it odd number?
Correct. Even number.
Even number? Then pi is also there, Alina. Pi is also there. If we will continue this graph, it will go from here, it will go like this, and will go like this, and will stop. Okay,
Alternative number.
so here you will be getting 2 pi, here 2 pi, at 2 pi it is 0, here it will be 3 pi, there also you will find it 0, here you will be getting 4 pi, there also you will find sine is 0. Can you see it? Multiple of pi: 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi, 6 pi, 7 pi, 8 pi, minus 1 pi, minus 2 pi, minus 3 pi, minus 4 pi, minus 5 pi, minus 6 pi, integral multiple of pi. Getting it? N is any integer, because sine 0 is also 0. So if n value you are taking any integer means 0 you are taking integer, then sine 0 is also 0. So sine is 0 at integral multiple of pi. Is it making sense to you?
Yes.
Let's make the graph quick, because here that was detailed discussion is not required. I am just locating the points where here is pi by 2, here is pi, here is 3 pi by 2, and here is 2 pi. Similarly, Here we are having minus pi by 2, minus pi, minus 3 pi by 2, and minus 2. Now, wherever it is not defined, it is not defined at, we understood. We understood that it is not defined at integral multiple of pi. That means at 0 it is not defined. At 0, of course, it is not defined. At pi, it is not defined. At 2 pi also it is not defined. Okay, just a second. It is also not defined at minus pi by 2. Sorry, pi by 2. Integral multiple of pi we are saying. So at minus pi it is not defined. And at minus 2 also. Okay, these are the dotted lines are the points where this function chord function is not defined. Now let's make the graph. So the graph will look like, it's just like tan, it's just like tan, but but this, can you see it is decreasing function. This is the graph for chord function. Now again the same question. What is the domain and what is the range? Ali and Alina. Domain is all real number. Is it so? All real number?
No, ma'am.
Then minus n pi. Of course n pi. All real number we want to take, but these dotted lines are there where the function is not at all defined. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is the range?
R.
Because it is going, see, it's minus infinity plus infinity. The graph is moving till infinity in both the directions. Okay, so of course range is plus. Now the graph of cosec function and sec function. Y is equals to cosec theta. Cosec is, we know cosec is the reciprocal of sine. So will the graph of sine help us making the graph of cosec? Let's see that. Cosec is 1 by sine. Now you tell me, what are those points which where the function cosec is not at all defined?
Ma'am, can you repeat?
What are those points where cosec will not give any output? It's not defined. Cosec
Ma'am,
means
where
1 by
sign will
sine.
ma'am, so where sign will not give any output, there cosec will also not give.
Wherever sine is 0, that cosec will say, I will not take those points. Wherever sine is 0, I will not take those points. Why? Because 1 by 0 is not acceptable, right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So wherever cosec means 1 by sine. Wherever like sine is defined throughout the real number, domain for sine is all real number. So for cosec also we can take all real number. No, we cannot. We cannot, right? right? Because wherever sign is 0, we need to exclude those points. That those are the point where cosec will not be defined. Recall it that in our trigonometric table in class 10, when you learned the trigonometric table, then there was a value that there was a value. What was the value for cosec 0 degree? Alien Alina. Cosec 0 degree was what? Alien Alina. Cosec 0 degree is what? Yes. Sin 0 is? I'm asking you to both. Cosec 0 is what?
0.
Is it 0, Ali?
No, ma'am.
Then? Then?
Ma'am, are you for sine or cosec?
Cosec 0 is what? Cosec 0 is what? याद करके बताओ cosec 0 का वैल्यू क्या था? साइन 0 0 था तो cosec 0 भी 0 ही था, हाँ या ना? लेकिन cosec का तो मतलब होता है 1 by sin. तो
Ma'am, not defined.
not defined. Okay, not defined. So that's what I'm telling you. Wherever this sign is 0, those are the point where cosec will not be defined. Okay, let's mark again. Let's make the dotted line. Sign is 0 at pi also. Sign is 0 at this 0 also. Yes or no? Sine is 0 at 2 pi also. Now only we realize that sine is 0 at integral multiple of pi. Sine is 0 at integral multiple of pi. Cos is 0 at odd multiple of pi by 2. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? Okay, let's make the graph of sine theta first. Then we will be trying finding the graph of cosec theta because cosec is somehow related to sine. So sine theta का ग्राफ तो कुछ ऐसा दिख रहा था, अभी अभी just हमने ड्रॉ किया है, ठीक है? ऐसा कुछ ड्रॉ है, पाई बाई 2 पे साइन पीक पे जा रहा था 1 पे, ओके, 3 पाई बाई 2 पे साइन मिनिमम लोवेस्ट पे जा रहा था, दैट इज -1 पे, और 2 पाई पे आके 0 हो जा रहा है, अभी जस्ट हमने ड्रॉ किया, ठीक है? साइन -π/2 पे कहाँ जा रहा है? साइन -π/2 हमने रियलाइज किया था वो दिस वैल्यू इज इक्वल्स टू माइनस ऑफ साइन π/2 एंड साइन π/2 इज जस्ट 1, सो नेगेटिव 1. सो यहाँ मिनिमम पे जा रहा था और फिर यहाँ -π पे 0 हो जाता, फिर यहाँ मैक्स पे जा रहा था और यहाँ पे कुछ ऐसा हमने साइन थीटा का ग्राफ ड्रॉ किया था अभी अभी. यस और नो? आया ना?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we are plotting cosec theta graph. So let's reverse the graph. Let's reverse the the same graph will get reversed. How? I'm sure. old type of structure you are seeing this way, this will just get reversed. Okay, this will just get reversed. This will just get reversed. Now I am going to wipe the sign. Okay. Can you see the graph of cosec? Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the graph of cosec function. Now again the same question. What is the domain and what is the range? Okay. Tell me what is the domain. Cosec means 1 by sine. Okay, and accordingly you have to think about the domain. Please tell me. Sine can take all the real numbers. So cosec can also take all the real number? No. Wherever sine is 0, we have to exclude that point. Yes or no? Check the graph also. Right? Ali and Alina. Yes or
Yes, ma'am.
no? And range. This range we will be discussing in detail. We need to discuss it. Cosec means 1 by sine. साइन का रेंज तो -1 से 1 के बीच में था, तो कोसेक का भी रेंज ऐसे ही कुछ होगा. लेट्स चेक इट विद द कैलकुलेटर. ध्यान से देखो, सी केयरफुली. कोसेक मींस 1 by sine. This sine will always give the output. If you take sine x at the place of sine x, if you are going to take sine 30 degree, it will give output in between -1 to 1. If you will take sine 60 degree, it will give the result, the final answer from the circle part will be lying in between -1 to 1. If you will take sine 90 degree, sine 180 degree, anything you will be taking, sine any degree, the result will be lying in between -1 से 1, right? So cosec means 1 by, यहाँ पे जो भी रिजल्ट आ रहा है ना, वो रिजल्ट -1 से 1 के बीच में लाई कर रहा है. अब इसके अकॉर्डिंगली हमें फिगर आउट करना होगा तब कोसेक कैसे बिहेव करेगा. चलो चलो कैलकुलेटर खोल के समझते हैं कि कैसे कोसेक बिहेव करना है. ओके, जस्ट अ मोमेंट. Can you see my screen, Ali and Alina?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to take this is a calculator. Okay, I'm going to take over here 1 divided with कोई भी नंबर -1 से 1 के बीच में. Okay, let's take, do you wanna say any number, any decimal number? Ali, any number in between -1 to 1?
Ma'am, 0.5.
0.5. Let's take it. Result is 2. Can you say it? Can you see it? If we will take 1 by, any number in between -1 to 1. 0.00. Let's take anything. Okay, 0.001. Can you see the result? What if we are going to take a negative number? -0.7. 1 divided with bracket -0.7. What exactly are we trying to do? We are trying to see the pattern. Okay, just keep on looking at the answer. After that, I will be concluding something which will make sense to you. 1 divided with 0.00001. Now I am going to see. Whenever you will be taking any number in between -1 to 1, in between -1 to 1, in the denominator of 1, and you will do the division. Okay, 1 by any number in between -1 to 1, your answer will be either towards the left side. Okay, ऐसा कुछ आंसर आएगा जो -1 से छोटा. उसका क्या मतलब है? देखो ध्यान से, -1.4285 ये -1 से छोटा नंबर है. आया ना?
Yes, ma'am.
ओके, तो जब भी हम लोग डेनोमिनेटर में -1 से 1 के बीच का नंबर लेंगे, तो या तो वो -1 से छोटा नंबर आएगा, दैट मीन्स -2, -3, -4, -5, कुछ भी -1 से छोटा, या फिर वो रिजल्ट जो आएगा वो 1 से बड़ा नंबर आएगा. सी 2, हमें 2 भी मिला है, 1000 भी मिला है, और एंड सी 1, 10, 100,000, 10,000, लाख, 1 लाख भी मिला है, जब हमने इतना माइन्यूट स्मॉलर नंबर लिया था. तो जब डेनोमिनेटर में क्या कर रहे हैं, -1 से 1 के बीच का नंबर ले रहे हैं, तो रिजल्ट या तो 1 से बड़ा आ रहा है या फिर -1 से छोटा आ रहा है. आया ना? आया ना? आया ना?
हाँ मैम.
लेट्स कंटिन्यू. इसीलिए इस कोसेक फंक्शन का जो रेंज होता है वो साइन पे डिपेंड करता है, और इसे ध्यान से हम लोग अगर समझते हैं तो हम फिगर आउट करते हैं कि नंबर लाइन पे हम लोग -1 से 1 के बीच का नंबर डालते थे. अब -1 डाल रहे तो आउटपुट -1 ही आएगा, क्योंकि 1 बाई -1 रिजल्ट इज -1. अगर आउटपुट 1 अगर इनपुट डाल रहे इस डेनोमिनेटर में, अगर 1 साइन ने 1 दे दिया रिजल्ट, तो कोसेक क्या होगा? 1. तो ये दोनों पॉइंट तो रहेगा, ये दोनों -1 एंड 1 तो रहना है. लेकिन एक पैटर्न हमने अभी ऑब्जर्व किया कि ये जो आंसर्स आ रहे हैं ये 1 से बड़े नंबर आ रहे हैं और -1 से स्मॉलर नंबर आ रहे हैं. यस और नो? अब कैसे लिखे रेंज ऐसे लिखेंगे, -∞ टू -1 क्लोज इंटरवल, यूनियन 1 to infinity. Getting it? This is the range for cosec function. Why? Because we have understood the pattern. Yes or no? Yes or no? Ali and Alina?
Yes, ma'am.
-1 से 1 के बीच का कोई नंबर ले रहे थे, तो इसके बीच का कोई रिजल्ट आ ही नहीं रहा था. या तो वो -1 से छोटा आ जा रहा था या फिर 1 से बड़ा आ जा रहा था. और जब हमने -1 लिया तो भी आउटपुट जनरेट हुआ, दैट इज -1. जब हमने +1 लिया तो भी आउटपुट मिला, दैट इज 1 ओनली. दैट्स व्हाई क्लोज इंटरवल यहाँ पे, और ये हुआ हमारा रेंज कोसेक फंक्शन का. क्रिस्टल क्लियर? Now let's discuss about sec function. Before drawing the graph, we can say sec
So
means
what's the
1
range?
is this. Such a weird range. Minus infinity to minus 1 union 1 to infinity, where minus 1 1 close interval is there. Can you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
In your book, it can also be written like this. Let me check. Just a second. Yeah, in your book, it can also be written. The same thing can be written like this. All real number minus minus 1 मतलब सारे रियल नंबर होंगे लेकिन माइनस 1 से 1 के बीच का कोई नंबर नहीं होगा. कैन यू सी इट? ओपन इंटरवल क्यों रखा गया है? क्योंकि माइनस 1 आता है रेंज में और 1 भी आता है. सब्ट्रैक्ट सिर्फ इसी को करना है. किसे किसे सब्ट्रैक्ट करना है? सारे रियल नंबर में से, सारे रियल नंबर में से ओपन इंटरवल माइनस 1 से 1 के बीच का कोई नंबर. ओपन इंटरवल मीन्स माइनस 1 is not included. Open interval means 1 is not included. Only the number in between is included, that we are subtracting from all the real number. Getting it?
Yes.
And the same thing we are writing in this way, that from negative infinity to negative 1 close interval union from 1 to infinity, like this. Getting it? Getting it?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Now let's wrap it up with the last function, that is secant function. Sec is nothing but, without even plotting the graph, we understand sec means 1 by cos, and the domain will be everywhere, wherever, whatever is the domain for cos, we can take the domain, but wherever this cos is 0, that we need to exclude, right? Right? Ali and Alina, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Similarly, range will be कॉस का आउटपुट क्या होता है? रेंज कॉस का. दिस आल्सो लाइन बिटवीन माइनस 1 to 1. तो ये भी रेंज क्या कोसेक जैसा आएगा? यस. इट विल लाई फ्रॉम नेगेटिव इंफिनिटी टू नेगेटिव 1 union 1 to infinity, which can also be written as all the real number minus open interval. We are subtracting the open interval negative 1. So this thus range of cosec function and sec function is same. Got it? Let's plot the graph quick. It is not defined at odd multiple of pi by 2. So pi by 2, pi, okay, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. Here, minus pi by 2, minus 5, minus 3 pi by 2, minus 2. Now, wherever it is not defined, dotted line, pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, minus pi by 2 minus 3 pi by 2. The graph of cos theta, that will help us plotting the graph of the second function. Cos theta graph is here, it's 1. It goes like this. Let's join like this and like this much. Okay. Similarly, it will move over here like this. Okay, this is the graph of cos theta. Now we will reverse the graph and we will say we got the graph of sec theta. This wave we are reversing. Okay, this wave we are going to reverse. This wave we are going to reverse like this. In between dotted line only we need to reverse. Okay, here it's like that. It will be like that over. It will be like that over. Okay, so this is how the graph will be there. Let's remove this green color line, which is cos theta's graph. We don't need to keep it over here. And this is how you will see the graph of second function is there. Getting it? Getting it? Ali and Alina?
Yes.
Okay. Domain and range we have already discussed. Now let me quick write all the functions, domain and range. Sine theta, cos theta, domain, range. Tan theta, cot, cosec, and sine. Domain is all real number, range is -1 to 1. Cos, domain is all real number, range is, Alina,
Yes, ma'am.
range for cos function is -1
Minus
to 1.
1, 1.
Yes. Okay, cos also graph goes like this. Okay, so -1 to 1. Tan, domain is, we want to take due to sine
1,
and cos all real number,
1
but
R minus.
this is not 1 r. Real number we represent like with bold color or maybe like this. Okay, this is just a real number, it's not 1 r. Okay, r you can write. You can see in your book also real number, whenever we have to represent we make it bold. So actually we are so used to making it like this. No, this is all real number, so we make line like this to represent it's just a real number r. Okay, so r, all the real number. This is also r. Tan is all real number only we want to take, but since tan means sine by cos and cos is 0 at odd multiple of pi by 2, that we need to exclude from. And
R.
range for tan function is all. Okay, or minus infinity. Similarly, cot is all real number minus,
N pi.
and here also range is minus
1.
infinity. Cosec, domain is,
R minus N pi.
and range is,
R minus -1, 1.
fact, sec is r minus 1 plus 1 pi by 2. just like tan, because here also cos is there in the denominator. जो tan का डोमेन है वही sec का डोमेन होगा, क्योंकि tan में भी cos denominator में लाई कर रहा है and sec में भी cos denominator में लाई कर रहा है, तो odd multiple of pi by 2 we need to subtract. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Range is just like
Tan.
cosec. Sec का रेंज cosec के रेंज जैसा है, ऑल रियल नंबर माइनस -1 to 1, क्योंकि उस sec मीन्स 1 by cos. cos हमेशा आउटपुट किस नंबर और किस नंबर के बीच में